There we go, I think. Maybe. It says I'm live. I'm going to assume that I am. Got it. Okay, starting. Finally got my phone working on this thing. It's been a battle. I've been trying to find a way to outdo myself. This is my solution. Next thing is phone gaming. Is it in my, what's it called? Just in my efforts to go above and beyond every single time that I do this. Or at least attempt to. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing... I'm going to do the story. I've already have it filtered and everything. Right from the beginning. Not going to do the, what's it called, the filler. Not going to care about anything that pops up. Like that, just... gotta get in there and do it. This is gonna be very easy from the beginning. It's not gonna, ramp up in difficulty until later. Perhaps I should do crowd mode until later missions. In fact, I think I will. Maybe. I mean, this is a little... Just starting out, this is a little bit easy. Okay. What do we got? Oh, okay, Chrissy. Pretty scary stuff, huh? But you get an A for effort. You look a little confused. Here's what's going on. Your pursuit of light made you the perfect candidate for a Keyblade wielder. Yes, you, OC number 1,938, you're unique. Darkness is spreading, and it's up to you to use that weapon to get rid of it. Collect light and turn it... Oh wait, and in turn save the world. The monster that was just defeated belonged to the darkness, and it is called a Heartless. These Heartless scour the world searching for hearts. Just for anyone that's never played this before. Spreading darkness as they go. The Keyblade is an effective weapon against them. And literally the only weapon against them that canonically can kill them. I hope this is all sinking in. Anyway... Carthy knows how convoluted the plot has gotten. I was assigned by a certain someone to watch over a new Keyblade wielder. You. I'm Crithy. I'll be supporting you the whole way, teaching you everything you need to know, and more. Nice to meet ya. Right. Now, the Keyblade is just like you. It has room to grow. To unleash its true power, you'll need to use fragments, special metals that you can set in your Keyblade. Anyway, there's a lot to take. That's a lot to take in. So why don't you use the Heartless here for some practice? So I'm starting to, what's it called, robotic. But I'm just gonna go crowd mode. 1 second. It's gonna be a bit odd. I'm gonna need to filter. Okay, the filter is on. Wait. It's wrong. I haven't done all the, what's it called, crowd mode yet. But I've done it to a point, and I think that I've done it to the point that this will just be fine. Like, it will remain pretty much the same difficulty, just a little bit more. You know what? This isn't really much of a difference. I don't have to do everything special here. I've already done it. At this point, no point in doing it. Hey, so maybe crowd mode isn't split. I've got 2 powerful metals for this. Probably take them out with just a Nova attack. Okay, close, but not quite. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. I also just do normal. Like, the normal one makes a little bit more sense. Because it doesn't force you to use keyblades you're not supposed to have at the beginning. Even though I'm just going to use the same one over and over again throughout. Like, I've upgraded Starlight the most. Hello, Master Ava. You've managed to tap into the power of the Keyblade. Lesser Heartless won't stand a chance. But in order to defeat the stronger foes. Convenient dark side is convenient. You must combine your strength with those who share your purpose and aspirations. Oh, look at all the scrubs! Your friends will become your power. Even though they're not real people. Press the button, they're gone. Whoops, wrong button. Press the right button and they're up, and it's gone in one hit. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to do the Nova again. There are others who collect the light, but not all of them share the same goal of bringing peace to the world. You must discover who amongst us walks the path of darkness. It's definitely not a said. Calling it now. I know this is overwhelming, but darkness waits for no one. In fact, it's found its way to a bunch of other worlds, which need your help. I know a way to these places. Are you ready? Chrissy knows the way. And so do I instinctively. Chrissy said absolutely nothing afterwards. Turned out just fine. Oh wait, not that one. Whoops. There we go. 31.1. A true Kingdom Hearts sequel. Why won't it let me select? Okay, whatever, go. Just take whatever, it doesn't matter. What wouldst thou know, my queen? Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Famed is thy beauty, majesty, but hold, a lovely maiden I see. Rags cannot hide her gentle grace, alas, she is more fair than thee. He broke from the rhyming thing. Alas for her! Reveal her name. Lips red as the rose, hair black as ebony, skin white as snow. He almost said Aurora, but then he switched up to Snow White. Last minute. Snow White! Get used to the chibi! That is this entire game. Still baffled that this is working. And it's barely using any CPU at all. Skyrim pushed it to its max during the test, but this actually requires more internet. And is doing more. Like, I used, what's it called? I put my Switch in airplane mode to test this. And it still went up to almost 80% CPU usage, but it's literally half that at the moment. It's odd. There's a lot more going on in this. Well, at the very least, take the one attack that it takes to kill all the Heartless. So that is what I will be doing. Might as well not pass anything up. Like, in the earlier parts of this game, I neglected to get, what's it called? Some of the objectives. Might as well do them now. It's not like there's anything stopping me from doing them anymore. I'm way over level. Even though all the story with plot, I seem to, at least at this point, have, what's it called? Done all the way in there entirety. Dwarf woodlands. Frame rate's alright as well. It's about accurate. How easy this is. Why? Who are you? Once again, wrong movie. I was standing right over there and I saw you use that key of yours to get rid of those, teachers, creatures. My will definitely, they'll translate well to Doc. They've been nothing but bubbles at troubles. Thank goodness he's a recurring character. Oh dear, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Doc. Me and my friends smirk in the twine, work in the mine. So I can relate to this gentleman. Today was just a plain old day, until those monsters sprung out of nowhere. We all ran out to chase them away, but no one's come back. Oh, where could they have gone? I should thank my muddy jars, the lucky stars that you showed up. I didn't know what to do. I was sure I was done for. Man, the text speed is slow in this game. It's the same way on both screens. It's on my phone and on the computer and on my second monitor. Well, perhaps you wouldn't mind helping me find my friends. I sure could use a bland stand your help. He did a little bit of a porky right there. You will? Oh, thank you! My throat kind of hurts. That's why I'm not doing voices. I'll show you the way to the mine. Maybe we'll see one of the men on the way. The one time I don't mess up someone's, reading some lines is when it's part of the script to mess up. I'd say it's pretty fitting. But anyway, thank goodness for once performance is not an issue. My phone made some noises. I'm not sure what they were. Can't check until the end of this. It's gonna be a little bit weird since this is an actual phone, so it can actually just receive messages. I might receive a call midstream, and that would show up since it's capturing the screen itself. So this is very dangerous. The longer I go, the more chances for the illusion to be ruined. Even though I've created the illusion of playing this on a console by having this on many monitors. That looks a lot more red than I'm used to. Maybe that's just the screen, though. The mine's through the forest. We can't be too careful with those pesky monsters around. Protect Doc from the Heartless. Like, my shirt was black going into this. It's black on the screen right now. Don't know why it was red in that scene. Oh, maybe it's the lighting. It's weird, it's not red on my phone. It's red on the screen. I sure feel safe with you here. Like, it's way brighter on the screen than it is on, what's it called? On my phone screen. Why are the Heartless a lot bigger than I remember? I don't understand that. Like, they're still level 1. Because this is the beginning of the game. Technically. But, these are definitely meatier Heartless than I'm being, what's it called? Promised. I mean, not that I'm being promised, what's it called? That I remember from the actual beginning of the game. Like, maybe one of the updates changed it to make the game a little bit more challenging, I don't know. I haven't revisited this part of the game in a long while. Jiminy Crickets. Again, wrong movie. I thought I'd stop at our cottage first, but we have unexpected visitors. We gotta do something before they dash our gnome, smash our home to smithereens. Will you help me? I'm not correcting that. It's just something I'm not doing. Get this literally just one Heartless. It's supposed to be a boss large body. Apparently. It's not as easy as the rest. I have tier 7 medals. So most of them are tier 5, 6, or 7 on my docket. Oh, speaking of Jiminy Cricket, probably gonna have to throw out some medals because of this, just to keep going. Sure showed him. And our cottage looks just dandy. I'm gonna take a peek inside and see if anyone's come home. Hopefully the audio's alright. Defeat the Heartless around the cottage while Doc takes a look inside. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot of those, non-voiced commands from the game. It does that a lot at the end of cutscenes. Well, not cutscenes. What they considered cutscenes at the beginning of this game. Because it didn't have that many actual cutscenes. So those came in a little bit later. Aside from the opening one. But they were few and far between. And like, nowadays, they're taking up a majority of what they're adding. Like, the last update, it was only 5 levels and a cutscene that was 20 minutes. Very substantial. No idea why. Guess I had to plot dump at some point. They could make it a little bit more short and sweet. Or at least, I should say could have, because the phone game is a port of the, what's it called, Kingdom Hearts key to the phone. The Kingdom Hearts Unchained key, or the Union key, or whatever, Union Cross, whatever they call it nowadays. I just posted it as Union X. Compromise. You seem to be doing alright. I can't say the same for the person you were talking to. He looked pretty worried. Why should he? Literally everything that I have... And here we go. Get rid of the medals at the bottom. Ignore the collection up there. Tidus, Jimmy Cricket. Another Tidus. Okay, good. What else can I get rid of? All these are pretty important. Kind of. This barely will do anything. And probably should fix it before I continue the stream. So that doesn't happen again. 1 second. I'm gonna do some upgrading on stream. There you go. Now it will take significantly longer. Get a little bit more World's Ends with you and we go back to the story. Still got the filter on. I got my microphone as close to me as possible. Hopefully it is coming through! Oh, I am glad to see you. The cottage was empty, so I went to check the mine. But another of those crying jeepers, a giant creature, showed up again. I ran as soon as I saw, but that solved nothing. I can literally adjust the audio on the fly, look. So because it's connected to my phone. The power of technology is amazing. Hopefully that won't cause things to explode. Me saying that. Could you get rid of him like you did the other one? He said other one, not other ones. Implying that the Heartless that I've been fighting around the house are not plot relevant. So far, the only canon Heartless that appeared here was the couple of shadows in the beginning and the, what's it called? The large body. Other than that, supposedly nothing. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get past the one-shotting them phase. Absolutely no idea. But literally, doing it in proud mode is the same thing at this point with all my fully upgraded medals, that it's just... Literally, the only other thing that you're getting is extra animations. Still be one-shotting them. Just be doing a lot more special attacks. Pretty much it. In fact, every Heartless in that level was not canon. Just a second large body is canon. It's a bit odd. Gotta say. And you can go back. The world is as it was. But at the same time, it's not. The mission-based / exploration-based weirdness of this game. Definitely something to take into account. So they'll hide secrets behind you. Most of the time. In places you were at the last mission. But for some reason they had to cut off. Like, you'll see it as I go. Basically. No way in. Each. I'm gonna be getting a lot of the beginner medals. I'm lately mighty grateful for your help. Now I better take a look inside the mine. Maybe the others are back at work. Escort Doc through the mine. This invisible, disembodied voice telling me what to do. The voice of reason. Not Jiminy Cricket exactly, but close enough. The only time you're going to be seeing Jiminy Cricket is going to be on, what's it called? As a medal, though. It's weird seeing the realistic medals right next to the cartoony, stylized everything about this place. Oh, by the way, Benny. They should be in here somewhere. But where? Where? Oh. SpongeBob quotes are too strong to resist. Especially when playing Kingdom Hearts for some reason. Okay, that's a Fat Bandit. Or, what's it called? Not Fat Bandit, what's it called? Large arm. Oh, I missed a dwarf. It's fine. Whatever, it actually tells you the what's it called. It will tell me the name of the Heartless. There you are, Happy. We found happiness. Why, if it ain't Doc? What's wrong? You sure look frazzled. You're gonna be using a lot of words that people don't use anymore. Well, a horse, of course. I don't know where you'd gone. Gosh, it's all... The minecart broke down. And there ain't no other way of getting back. Well, I am just thankful for... You're alright. I can do a little bit of a southern accent with Happy. Happy, that's actually pretty natural for me. But where are the rest of the men? Are they around here? I'm not even southern. My aunt thinks she is. I thought they were with you. Oh, dear me. Where could they have gone? Thank you for your help. I never would have found Happy here without you. You were the one who helped Doc. Gosh, I'm mighty grateful for you, friend. That sure was nice of you. Now, don't you worry. Me and Doc will take care of it from here. So that 1 second might have been his only southern. Good luck with everything. Mission accomplished. Looks like another satisfied customer. Time to see if you can put your powers to use elsewhere. I'm sure there's someone somewhere who needs your help. Head to the curious world of Wonderland. I'm sorry, my dwarven friends. I must go. My people need me. There will be more speed-type monsters on the next stage. Before playing a stage, view the target monster's attribute and equip the most effective Keyblade. For example, Treasure Trove is the ideal Keyblade for power red metals, which are most effective against speed-type monsters. Got a little bit of a lore on the rock, paper, scissors. Right there. They don't matter, though. A lot of metals nowadays, they ignore the rock, paper, scissors aspect. Like, the World of Final Fantasy Squall medal I've got. Beyond the Rabbit Hole is a Curious Room. Search for a way out. Because it's my only good power medal for some reason. It's the only one that does damage. It's weird. But somehow it's my strongest medal. Even though it's tier 3. Like, in terms of raw power, it's just... It's up there. That's why I have my medals sorted by. It's at the very top. Of the... What's it called? My storage. Know what I'm saying? Of course you do, you saw it. One singular viewer. Okay. Here we go next. Just doing the plot. Because no one else will. If I won't, who will? Looking for a way out, I suppose. Like, everyone did a let's watch a back cover. That's it. That's all the coverage this game got because it's so hard to capture. Sorry, you're much too big, simply impassable. Oh no, you're not going to cry, are you? Crying won't help. But perhaps this will. A girl visited earlier. Why don't you talk to her? She may have some advice. Where is she, you ask? Why, on the other side, naturally. No, no, no. As I said, you're simply much too big. This doorknob is very good at ventriloquism. Of course, there's always another way. Why don't you try the bottle? On the table, read the directions. Drink me. And directly, you'll be directed in the right direction. And then... only then. Wait, you have a key. Well, why didn't you say so? Now, all you need. Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Why would a Heartless want to shrink? Absolutely no idea. Okay, whatever. These are the sort of things that you just don't question. Because plot is usually... that's most of what you're going to see in this game. Nothing else to it. In fact, that's pretty much why any Heartless does anything in these games. So it's just being a little bit more blatant. And seemingly unrelated to anything else. Well, let's just par for the course. I can still one-shot them at this size. They didn't even write drink me on that. You've retrieved the bottle! And I see, I see. Drinking the contents will, well, I suppose that hardly requires an explanation. As you can imagine, it's very useful for crawling through small places. I mean, spaces. Not doing dock anymore. And you should... and should you wish to undo things, try the cookie on the table. Walk across the path of leaves and flowers and make your way through the woods. The invisible voice of reason has spoken. Coming up on where my brother-in-law stopped. Brr, there's darkness all around. You've got your work cut out for you, kiddo. One second, I need to check something. Never mind. I can't from here. Oh wait, yes, I can. Goku! What a strange, strange world. Sorry, I had to yell that. I like Dragon Ball. And I saw the name in the chat. Nothing more than that. When's the Dragon World going to be a world in Kingdom Hearts? I asked that. Oh wait, it already has been. It's China. What am I talking about? Still, just like Smash Brothers, never gonna see Goku in here either. I liked Toei's post on Twitter, though. From, what's it called? Them hinting at them making a new Smash. It's like they just had a little thing of Goku, like... Apparently they've been listening. Even though Nintendo has not been. They had it in them to make a joke about it. Unlike Nintendo. It's like, no. Silently, but firmly. Japanese accent and all. I'm sure it's just gonna be red on this screen no matter where I go. It's just a fact of life now. Could turn down the brightness of my phone, but that would be going into settings, and that would be... It's a phone, it's private. There's a delicate balance between streaming phone... I mean, that comes with streaming a phone. Why, hello there. My name is Alice. Who might you be? She's the only character whose height makes sense in this game. Oh. Thank goodness. I was afraid you'd speak in riddles, too. Give it a moment. I don't suppose you've seen a white rabbit, have you? I've been looking for him everywhere. I see. How unfortunate. Now, where could he have gone? I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. Literally the only thing that people ever will remember from The Wizard of Oz. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, what am I talking about? Oh my lord. Why, there he is. They're both about a little girl that gets trapped in a backwards world. That's not Kansas. Wait, please, Mr. Rabbit. Honest mistake. Lose something? Your way, perhaps? Yes, we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Or an answer. I've lots of those. The questions don't matter, of course. All the answers here have lots of questions. Search the area for Heartless. Alright, voice of God. Or whoever. Oh, great. Now I have to remember my spot! And go all the way back to it because of raids. Oh, wait. My ATB is set to automatic for raids specifically for whatever reason. Don't know why. But I've alleviated that problem. Though it is a problem no longer. Now I gotta go all the way back. There we go. Which one was it? Okay, that was entering through the woods. There we go. Sorry about that. Raids will do that. Sorry, wrong button. Take anything. Take my brother-in-laws. Why not? You can see how much of it... how many shits he gave. I'll bet you he can easily jump over that log. I just Pokemon'd. Okay, what was that? Okay, I get the game lag for a second, but it's better now. There was a bit of a hiccup. Sorry about that. So the CPU usage spiked very briefly as well. But it's back to normal now. Maybe someone sent me a message and I just don't know about it. They have my notifications turned off, but this thing has been vibrating like crazy. At the same time. I feel like I'm defeating the same enemies that I was defeating last time. I might have picked the wrong one. It only takes a few seconds, it doesn't really matter, I can just skip. At the end of this. Hence. Got a little bit of Dog Street, just there. Oh, yes, I did do the same level over again. Whoopsie! Even though it doesn't really matter. There be Bobbert. Might as well use his medal. I was chasing the white rabbit, but I have lost sight of him. I'll keep searching. Would you look for him as well? Protect Alice while she looks for the white rabbit. Even though there aren't really escort missions in this game. And she's just there in the background saying, oh, I'm scared. Help me. Or not even there at all. Mr. Rabbit, where are you? Yep, there. She's off doing that. Doesn't really matter what she does. In this game, she's kind of just a background character. And literally nothing anyone does except for me has any consequences. Until, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the game. About. Or at least what's been released. If I even remember correctly. I've lost sight of the white rabbit, and I've gotten myself lost. Could you show me the way back to where it was? Not really, but you're gonna end up there. Score Dallas back. Okay, there we go. Ooh, finally a boss that's not from a raid. Thank you oh so much. Perhaps he's gone this way. I'll keep looking. Just gonna have me fight a boss. I don't think he was here at the beginning of the game. Why? The white rabbit has some peculiar looking visitors. She still said it plural. As if this wasn't changed. There's a total of 4 hits! It's more than anything else so far. That's what you get as level 7. Apparently. And having boss status. He's not here either, or where could he have gone? Well, now that his visitors have left, I can continue my search. Thank you for all your help. Yes, thank me indeed. Look at you. It looks like things are taken care of around here, at least for now. Let's see if there's anyone else who needs a hand. So I'm just leaving a new kingdom has been unlocked. The Desert Kingdom of Agrabah. I'm just leaving this world assuming that everything is handled. Even though everything is just slightly better off than it was before I left. Another raid. It's the same boss that I just beat. Thank goodness it was at the beginning of another arc. Otherwise I would probably have done another level over again. This is basically what this game is. Apparently this is the third Trickmaster I've faced this week. The regular raid bosses, they're not really that strong. Only the timed event raid bosses that only come around every so often are decent challenges. Okay, how far into it? Just 25, okay. There we go. Alright, alright. Hopefully I switched metals. I don't need the extra power, but it... Stop! Thief! You violated the law! All this for a loaf of apple? Breakfast is served. Look, Abu. I'm gonna make bread pudding later. Just thinking of bread made me want to do that. I wonder what it would be like to live there. Run. What's going on? Monsters. Oh, Nani? Come, Abu. Let's check it out. So, you thought you could attack my city and get away with it? Not on my watch. This is Street Rag Aladdin that cares about no one but himself and the monkey, right? At this point, Abu, no! Okay, I'm just gonna leave this one on a cliffhanger as well. Because other places must be explored! So says my fabulous hair. Phew! Thanks. I've been in real trouble if you hadn't come along. Oh my god, on my portable battery, yep, it's still good. By the way, my name's Aladdin. So I have a battery attached to my phone, like an external battery. I don't think I've seen you around here before. My phone is very old. It dies almost instantly, so battery on top of battery for a stream. You're not from here, are you? You're a stranger. Strangers don't last long here. Then you should probably go home. There's these strange monsters in the city, so it's not safe. Look what happened to me. There used to be a monkey here that you did not see. I can't just stay here, I have to go back. Back to the past. Agra is my home. If I don't protect it, who will? Everyone's referencing GT tonight. Promise me you'll go home, okay? I don't have a home right now. Chronologically, I just popped into existence. You didn't say yes, did you? Then come on, let's go take a peek. Go see what's happening in Aladdin's hometown. Is it for a creature of light, Crithia's already showing signs of being dishonest. Foreshadowing! Trying to make it as obvious as possible. Benny's legs. They be clipping through the sand. They never quite fixed that. When he gets into combat, a lot of the times his front legs, they just go under the level. It's a minor thing, but the pet update has been out for a very, very long time at this point. You think they would have by now. Probably should get some water. The city isn't far from here. Let's go. Doors open. Let's go. Don't know why I referenced the horrible Star Wars game. It came to mind. That's where most of my quotes come from. So I literally just say whatever quote pops into my head when it pops into my head when it's relevant. It's kind of what you have to do if you're a streamer. You're still here! Well, I guess it's too late to turn back now. Just be careful. It's weird. Evergrima's like a ghost town. Everyone's got scared and left. Hey, I got an idea. The palace guards always know what's going on. But you'll have to ask them yourself. They, well, let's just say, they're not my biggest fans. Stop right there, criminal son. You violated the law. Defeat the Heartless in the city. So Aladdin, he's like the Gray Fox. He has a bounty of 500 no matter what. Canologically in my head canon. From playing too many Bethesda games. 2 is too many. Who's laughing now? The answer is we are very much at all times. Sometimes. Whenever it pops into our heads. The bell, though. I hear strange noises coming from the storehouse. With all the monsters around, I can't help but think it's one of them. What? You'll check it out? One of the very rare instances I'm showing that I still have eyebrows. Well, if you insist, then you may have you have my permission. Excuse me. Check the storehouse. Yes, disembodied voice. Of reason. So that's just... Also new headcanon, the disembodied voice of reason is Jiminy Cricket. So yes, he is in this game, maybe. Why not? Personify the voice a little bit. It's necessary. A necessary evil. Or whatever it is. What alignment would a conscience have? Is it conscience is like it tells you right from wrong, but what's right to everyone is different. So is it really? Does it really have the moral high ground? So if it really was one of those monsters. No, it was several, but it's only canon that it's one. You did a great job. The town people can rest easy. Here's your payment. Try not to cause any more... Wait, try not to cause any trouble. Oh, that purple-haired Aladdin. You're okay, what a relief. What brings you here? Is it anything that's black because of the weirdness of my screen? It's going to be a different color. Me, well, I heard the red bandit monsters out in the desert. I'm just grabbing a few things for the road. That monster and I have some unfinished business. So what happened to Trunks' purple hair dye? That is what happened to it. Aladdin stole it. What? You want to come with me? I appreciate it, but I can't let you do that. Of course, I really can't really stop you either. Just try not to get hurt, okay? It's more of a dark blue, looking at it. The desert is full of monsters, but I've seen a color. I've seen color. It's weird. We better be careful. Like that, in some cases, would be considered purple. Like you're drawing something and you look up purple. Like unless you look very far into the great purple that you're familiar with, that's pretty much what it's going to look like. Like the great purple of his shirt, for example. Or the great purple of my keyblade. You know that too. But it's like, it's the blueberry problem. It's like, it's not really blue. Purple. It's the way our eyes perceive it. It is very technically purple. Not true blue. I don't know why I went on a rant about Aladdin's purple hair. Just throughout all of that. It seemed interesting at the time. Look at all those monsters. There's gonna be trouble if they make it into the city. Let's take care of them now. Yeah, do let's. It's already been an hour and it's still the intro. It's odd. I'm gonna keep playing until I get to the what's it called? Excuse me. When title drops, that's when I'm gonna keep going to. Or at least I'm gonna try to. Would like to knock this all out in one stream, but I'm barely scratching the surface. As you saw yourselves, it's... Even though I'm cutting out the middleman, it's still 735 missions. And counting. By the time I get to mission 735, the next story update will come out. Then I could probably finish the game. Well then... I mean, well, that takes care of those bad guys. Now let's get back to finding that red bandit. They call him the Runaway. Avatar. How did he know the name of the Heartless? The red bandit was spotted in this area. He's a real tricky one. We can't let our guard down for a second. These tricksy hobbits. This is... Gotta be around here somewhere. You know, probably. It's not like the mission briefing gave away that he is definitely here. I'm just gonna blow him up. There you go. Good as it. I mean, good as dead, good. Rather. Topaz earrings. Why'd I call out one of the names of the things that I collected? I haven't been doing that this entire time. That wasn't him. That wasn't the red monster I was after. Wonder where he could be. Anyway, thanks for the help, but I can take it from here. I'll let you know if I'm ever in trouble. You do the same, okay? I'll give you absolutely no way to contact me. Seems your new friend has things under control, so well, why don't we head back to Daybreak Town? Yeah, we didn't really accomplish anything, but let's go! It's not like we left any of the other worlds in any state better than that. You're making amazing progress! We'd be making results if you'd let me stay a bit longer. I could tell you had potential from day one. A whole hour ago. But I told you I had something to make you... But what if I told you I had something to make you even stronger? Let's see here. Dun 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 dun! Check out this power bangle! Now I can add guilt to my medals, even though I already have fully guilted my medals. Yep, looks great. Moving on. Cut, print, check the tape, moving on. With the help of the bangle, you'll be able to strengthen your medals even more. You'll be able to go even further beyond. You can boost each medal a different amount. Try it out and have fun with it. Almost slipped into a Hue Neutron. Don't look at me like that. Come on. Give it a shot. It won't be so bad. It's called guilt for a reason, Krithy. And the best part is, it's a gift. The bangle is yours to keep. Well, if you really want to do something in return, then, just keep it equipped and continue to do what you're doing. I hope it'll motivate you to get out there and do even better. I knew I could count on you. Good luck. Shield of Roses. Hey, Roz! Huh? You received a power bangle. Battle Heartless nearby to test your new power. The power that I've had this entire time because I'm just redoing the story. Whoops. Messed up almost. Can you hear me alright? I moved my microphone way closer to me. There be that boy, Mickey. Something fell from the sky by the waterfront in Daybreak. What could it be? I don't know disembodied voice. Oh, it's Donald and Goofy. Koopo! I smell a moneymaker, Koopo. Ah, phooey. How did this happen? Because plot. I don't know, Donald. It's like the whole thing just fell apart. Like, I'm slipping halfway into a voice, even though I'm not trying to do any. Gorsh! Is that what I think it is? A Keyblade? Red Gummicopter. Alright, getting to defeating those. One second. Definitely have this cut out for me. At least they're in a circle. Ooh, money. As if I needed that. At this point. I have a bajillion gil. I mean money. Whatever. Same thing. Essentially. Even though a gil is round. They do the same thing. They drop from monsters, it's all good. They're golden. Moogle, how fitting. So a lot of the medals I've been getting, just randomly, they've been working out. Whack! What was that? Got me. What's this? Huh? A gummy block. How did you do that? I think maybe it's because of this. When a gummy Heartless is defeated, this gummy radar retrieves the gummy block it was carrying. It's a convenient plot device, is convenient. Of course, we couldn't have done it without our new friend. Oh, okay. Hey, I almost forgot. Why do you have a Keyblade? Literally millions of people have it at this point. Masked figures in white robes. Crithy. What's the big idea? How come I've never heard of them before? Well, maybe it's because we're someplace new. But there's still lots we don't know about this world. Possibly. Say, maybe you can help us. We came here at a gummy ship. But it fell apart when we landed. And then the blocks that the ship was made out of were stolen by the Heartless. You think you could help us get them back? Goofy. What are you doing? We don't need help. We can do it on our own. No, we can't, Donald. Remember, we don't have anything to fight with. Oh, right. So, what do you say, pal? Think you could collect the gummy blocks we need? Yeah, it sure would help us. Gosh, thanks. And be sure to take this with you. The convenient plot device. It is, in fact, very convenient. We'll be right here trying to rebuild the ship with the parts we still have. Oh yay, the fleet. Just immediately. That skipped a lot of levels. The first time that they tried to integrate a ton of plot, we need a lot of blocks for our ship. They put in a lot of filler. Probably missed out on talking to Goofy. Nope, Goofy's not there. Never mind. I think glitched just a little bit right there again. So it's been consistently doing that. At least it hasn't been cutting out, though. Ah, gummy music! Thanks. Be sure... You sure found a lot of pieces. Now let's see if we can put them together. These pieces fit like this. This one goes here. Wow, Goofy, that doesn't go there. I don't remember a ship looking like this. Yeah, there's something screwy going on. Donald, I don't think that's a spaceship. What do you mean it's not a... Hey, that's not a spaceship. This is all your fault. Looks like we're still missing a few blocks. Could you collect some more for us? They had enough to make a jalopy. There aren't any gummy heartless in this area. Try searching other worlds. I'm gonna get a good idea on how long this game has become. At the very least. Playing through all this again. Like, so far, it's been an hour. Ready to collect some gummy blocks. What's that? A bottle, and there's something inside. You found a letter with a bottle inside? I mean, a lotto with a better inside. I mean, a bottle with a letter. Let me see. I'm even messing up the messed up dialogue. Why, it's from Sleepy! It says he was in the marsh when the water level rose. And now, he's stuck. Oh no, would you please help our friend? Oh no! Search for Sleepy. In the depths of the marsh. Second reference of Ugandan Knuckles. Why is Doc dropping all the references? To everything but Snow White. I ask. Okay, once this battery runs out, I'm gonna have to do a few weird things. Like, I'm going to have to plug it in, wait for the battery to run out, and plug it in again. It's gonna be a cycle. So I gotta keep an eye on it. Still has quite a bit left in it. So I should be fine for at least a little bit. But this game and screen sharing at the same time, it definitely drains the battery like no tomorrow. And I've lost my place again. At least I'm fighting bosses. You know, I haven't fought one of those in a very long time. So why not just drop one on me now? It keeps you on your toes, definitely. It's absolutely no challenge whatsoever, but it keeps you on your toes. But you gotta remember where your place is at all times. Or else you're gonna lose it. And going back. Second. There we go. 51. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth between worlds and Daybreak Town. Yawn. I wish that monster would let us through. Let me at him! Scooby-Doo. Some Scooby-Doo hijinks ensues. Grumpy is best Scrappy, though. So can't complain very much. You can complain a little bit, just ever so slightly. Because it's still a Scrappy personality. But only ever so slightly. Jiminy. Wisp guy started watching. Hey, yo, Wisp. Who asked you for your help? I could have taken down 10 of them. Am I coming in all right? Are you sure? We were there for a long time. I was getting kind of sleepy. Shush, you fool. You're always sleepy. Stop your whining. Kingdom Hearts Union X. There is no unity. No, it's a Union Cross. It's a weird naming convention thing that it has to do with X's. Anyway, yep, coming in well. Okay, thank goodness moving the microphone directly in front of my face helped. You come to lead us out of here, then what are you waiting for? You came for us. That's swell, but can I take a short nap first? No time for that now. New software and new, what's it called? New streaming platform. I mean, a streaming device. Come on, before he falls asleep, giddy up. Hope you didn't miss much. You just missed the opening, which was basically leaving before any business got done. Protect Grumpy and Sleepy from the Heartless. It's literally all you missed. Sell, darn it. Things have been accumulating. This will help for a little bit. Hopefully. If not, I'll purchase another, what's it called? Upgrade for my storage. Just to get through the stream. The time I've spent in the, what's it called? The storage menu has taken up significantly longer than I would have liked. I can't wait to sleep in my own bed, but I'm just doing the plot, really. I'm not doing the filler. I hear rumbling from that away. But yeah, this is Kingdom Hearts something or whatever. It exists. And it's very long. Convoluted. Some may say it has more plot than the rest of the entire series, Kingdom Hearts combined. You hear a rumbly and someone's tumbly. But the dwarves have to reference everything except for their own movie. That's just canon at this point. Thank goodness you're both safe. Like, they have been saying nothing aside from quotes of every other movie. Of course we are. You saved the day again. Thank you, friend. Now, we best go to the mine to look for the others. Really? Very super long plot, here we go. Yes, at least I'm cutting out the middleman. I mean, middleman. Well, we ain't got all day. He won't last a minute longer. Woo! Look at all the gummy blocks you've collected. Why don't you deliver them to Daybreak Town? Convenient plot device. Has collected a sufficient amount of blocks for a continuation of the plot. But see, if I turn the filter off, 735. This cuts out many of the filler levels. What happened? My phone just, Nope. Sorry. touched outside of my phone screen. Excuse that. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Or the Mirai Nikki, as it were. More gummy blocks. Thanks. That's fine. Yeah, it's a phone. I've got to get used to streaming off of a phone. I thought it was a controller for a second. Like, it's been an hour and 20 minutes of having it act like a video game. It's just... Now we need blocks for the engine. Hey gang, look at this. The radar is acting all wonky. Maybe if it's trying to show us the location of the blocks we need. See, the radar is pointing to the market across the bridge. Say, pal, wouldn't you mind checking it out for us? Is it doubled and gooby? Here for reasons. But, yeah. Just because I successfully got it to work doesn't mean I'm entirely used to it yet. So there might be 1 or 2 hiccups. Thank goodness it's not technical hiccups at the very least, it's just slips of the thumb, as it were. Don and Goofy just making a cameo here. Yep. They're here for comedy. And because the people making this were running out of ideas very early on. That they wanted to save the actual plot for later, so they had to come up with something to fill out the beginning. True, you know how that goes when you first start streaming. Yeah. First time streaming from... using my phone as a device that I'm playing the video game on. Second time using OBS. It's really weird. I'm getting used to it. But it's only close, not quite. I was very nervous to actually start up the stream for some reason, beginning this. Like, my hand shook on the start button. I have absolutely no idea why. It's like, usually I just jump right into it, and everything's perfectly fine. That is what happened after that, but there was the ever so slightest hesitation. It was weird. I'm glad I'm over it, though. Because I was nervous to be trying so many new things at once. It's this thing. At least I didn't need water when I thought I did. Just give me 2 Hercules. Oh, great, it's just... okay, whatever. You got a strangely shaped gummy block. Oh, there's Mickey now. Uh-oh. There's darkness in this world, too! Oh, and a Keyblade wielders. Hiya, pal! I'm Mickey. You have to fight slipping into a Mickey Mouse voice and hurting my throat. Looks like I took a surprise journey to a new world. Say, have you seen my friends Donald and Goofy? They would have appeared out of the sky just like me. Hiya, Mickey Mouse. Here, how you doing, hot dog? Apparently he's doing just dandy. Their ship was destroyed, and you're helping them rebuild it? Gosh, thanks. Guess it's a lucky thing I landed here. Coincidence? I think not! Of course, I never would have made it without my 2 co-pilots. Your Majesty, remind me to show you how to use the brakes next time. How do they know anything about the Star Shard? Oh boy, that was exciting. Like, shouldn't they have been on the gummy ship with Donald and Goofy? But that's probably why they crashed. Sorry, Chip and... Sorry, Dale. It's just that I was in a hurry. Now, I've got to look into something. Actual quotes from this old Mickey Mouse toy you and Max had. Didn't include today is going to be great, because you keep forgetting about it. Fellas, would you two go and give Donald and Goofy a hand? Yes, he did say hot dog for a very long time. Just follow our new friend. It was a thing. I remember it. Sorry, pal. Would you show them the way? I will show them the way. Thanks. First, they must get Ebola. We're right behind ya. Wait for me. Ugandan Knuckles number 3. I mean, quote number 3. So it was the Star Shard that led me here. What exactly is going on? Plot. That's literally the only thing that the Star Shard exists for. How many Hercules? All of them. You know what, I'm gonna sell the stronger ones. Hopefully that will put off my inventory filling up for a little bit longer than it was. I'm not getting the bigger upgrade medals just yet. So that should keep it open a little longer. Don't forget, if you see any Gummy Heartless, that means there's still more blocks to find. You gotta search real carefully on the way to the waterfront park. Aren't I supposed to be the one showing them the way? How did they know? Black Gummy Copter. With this screen, it's either gonna be red or purple. I still don't know why the colors are just saturated like this. Just ever so slightly. Oh, it's actually the color black for some reason. How come it's exempt from the color being weird? Aladdin's hair wasn't, and my shirt certainly isn't. They knew because they were already there. They only pretended not to know. Yes, they secretly had Ebola the entire time. So we're up. Okay, so I've got 8 more spaces left in my inventory. Thank goodness I'm just doing plot. Koopo! I've collected lots and lots of gummy blocks for my new business, Koopo. What? You're collecting them too? I'm gonna beat you at this game, Koopo. He's also playing Unchained Key. Or whatever. This game is at this point. Business Moogle is definitely one of the best Moogles around, though. So, not blaming him. Are Gummy Blocks collectibles? Money. Yes, Gummy Blocks are kind of collectibles. They've been that way throughout the entire series. Remember? He's trying to do what Sid was doing in the first Kingdom Hearts game. Olette. Here's a lot of Kingdom Hearts 2 ones. Oh goody, a boss. Finally, a slight challenge. pressing the button more than once to kill something. Thanks for helping my friends. Calling it now, he's still not gonna take up my entire, what do you call it? Inventory of medals. It's not letting me spam the attack button. Yep, was one left. Good luck. I don't need luck. This is so early in the game that I'm pretty much one-shotting everything. So for some reason, bosses are taking more than one hit, but they're... It's nothing. Doing. Yes, that looks like a spaceship, definitely. Wow, this is neat. Thank you. Thanks for helping my friends. Want help for the boss fight? Sorry, I'm busy. No, it's not. It's not neat. It's a disaster. How did this happen? I don't know. Chip, what do you think? Huh? Chip, Dale, you're here. What? Nani? Sit back and relax, fellas. Yeah, leave this to us. They will turn this boat into a spaceship. Mark your words. We're missing a bunch of core parts. But the frame is perfect. Core parts. You mean like that one? Yep, you'll need a lot of those. If you want the ship to fly again. A whole lot. Gosh, pal. I guess we'll be needing some more of your help. Sorry, my phone just kind of messed up. There aren't any gummy heartless in this area. Try other worlds. Gotta show off everything that they had at this point, even though it was just 3 worlds. Or 4, rather. And I'm gonna lose my place again for another boss. Goody! Ooh, DuckTales. Boat equals spaceship. Guess it could work if you don't think about it. Then again, Bowser took his Doom ships into space those 2 times. Yes, that is indeed true. So if Bowser did it, why can't they? Okay, I gotta go for 1 second. I need to plug in my battery. It just died. Well, my secondary battery, rather. I'll be back. BRB. Pretty sure it was almost within arm's reach. Sorry about that. Anyway, gotta go find my place again. How far back was it? There we go. Return trip to Agrabah. Sorry about that. I smell gummy blocks! Why don't we go and... Oh, the guard over there, he looks awfully troubled. This isn't good. One of the other guards went into the desert. And he should have been back hours ago. I'd go search for him, but I can't leave my post. You'll look for him. Thanks, I'm counting on you to bring him back safely. Alright, looks like we're looking at missing person. First time in a little bit that we're getting kind of sidetracked. Actually, doing our job. For once. This awkward beginning plot. The Donald and Goofy arc is very long and unnecessarily. I mean, very unnecessarily wrong. Long. Even with the middle man cut out. Guard B. If only there were a hero or kind passerby or something to go off and find him. Not like I can do it. Myself. I mean, not like he can do it himself. But that actually is the case. He really can't do it himself. He doesn't have a weapon that can kill Heartless. If he went out and fought one of them, it literally would just turn into another Heartless after he kills it. In this game, the Keyblade is one of the only weapons that can actually kill a Heartless for good. You always gotta take that into account. That is something that hasn't been, what's it called? It hasn't been a retcon. It's one of the few things that hasn't been. Like, so that the main character actually has something of importance to the plot. Is that what happens to them after they get killed has been retconned many times, but not the means of killing them. Hey, what are you doing here? Me? I heard rumors of that the Red Bandit was out here, and I came out to check it out. But it wasn't him this time either. See what I mean by Aladdin having purple hair? I'm going back to the city. Be careful out there, okay? Speaking of, what's it called, visuals, is the scene that I made alright? I kinda wanted to ask you before the stream started, but, that didn't go anywhere. Like, did I make an alright looking... just around the black edges of what I couldn't capture on the screen. So it doesn't look entirely widescreen. So, because, what's it called? Hair doesn't seem to... does seem to have a purple tint. Yeah, that's my phone, I think. Or my phone reacting to being captured. Like, almost everything that's the color black is the wrong color in this. Like, my pants are blue, they're supposed to be black. My shirt is red, it's supposed to be black. Aladdin's hair is purple. For some reason, Guard A's beard is perfectly fine. Why? Where'd you come from? Oh, also quoting Skyrim. The cards that just keep quoting Elder Scrolls. It's rather funny. I think it looks fine. Okay, thank you. I did my best. On short notice. I'm glad it's presentable. Thanks, not... that I couldn't have handled that himself. No, he really couldn't have. I've never seen a monster that size before. Can you imagine what would have happened if something like that found its way into the palace? I should hurry back and report my findings. Escort the guard back to town. Whatever you say, disembodied voice that has been telling me what to do. Oh, now we're getting up to where little brother stopped carrying. Guess these guys decided to try some colored dye. So I speculated that Aladdin tried just a little bit of Trunks' hair dye. Just a small amount. Could be wrong. That would explain where it went, though, even though it has makes absolutely no sense. Related to the... doing stuff related to the plot, apparently there are a lot of Agrabah levels. In the beginning. Like... more than the other ones. Like, it's only been like 1 or 2, but I saw several on the way. I mean, while selecting this. There are more monsters than ever in the desert. Why does he look so smug about that? What in the world is going on? Already 2 more until we catch up with little brother. Or at least where he stopped. That's the monster from before. I hope I'm not too late. The place is undefended. I mean, the palace. Excuse me. Spelled the same. Almost. I need your help, kid. We gotta make sure the palace is secure. So, you stay here and guard the city. You're the only thing that can kill these things. So, go do it. Right. Is he finally realizing that? Maybe not. He's going to the place where they most likely would be. Even though they're all over the place. Even though we've established early on that the only canon Heartless are technically the target Heartless. So really, just one big one showed up. Nothing more, nothing less. It's kind of weird. You try not to think about this. Oh, there's the monkey thief. Hold on. This one's mine. You with me? This one's mine. You with me? Okay, alright. Let's have him. Let him have it. Let's let him have it. So Aladdin was like, I'll take him on. Help me. Immediately. No, wait. So he thought it through. He thought that through very quickly. What he had just said. Best to keep the warrior who could kill these things to hold them off in the city, you suppose. I'll find a boo, I promise. You a boo, I promise. That monster. It took my best friend. You want to help me get him back? Well, you won't for about 20 more arcs. Thanks, but I have to do this alone, even though you're gonna help me every single time. You seem like a good person. Abu wouldn't want you putting yourself in danger to save him. Besides, I don't even know where to start looking. Even though he keeps showing up in the city. But I promise to find you if I need help, okay? Search the city for any remaining Heartless. An extra objective for no reason. And my inventory is once again filled. Okay, there we go, that should do it for a while. Removed more than ever on this stream. This goes on for 2 more levels. By the time we get to the 20th arc, we'll have forgotten about poor Abu. Yes, indeed. I heard you got rid of that giant monster. See? Only the one is canon. But we can't relax just yet. The city's still infested with 1 more monster. I mean, with 2 more monsters. I need to protect the palace, so it's up to you to do something about it. Okay, so apparently the palace is completely empty for no reason. You think they'd go to the place with, what's it? That would have the most people in it. I mean, sure, out in the streets has a lot of people, but... pretty sure that what's his name? The Sultan from Aladdin had, like, millions of servants. If I remember correctly, they vastly outnumbered the citizenry. Brief look at the face of my little brother's avatar. It's literally all we're gonna see of him. It's weird that the rest of the... One thing I gotta say, it's weird that when the rest of the screen fades and the foreteller's medals are just there, floating. In nothingness. I mean, what's it called? Unions. That's what I put there. See me tapping the screen? It is not hitting the attack button as many times as I'm pressing it. Probably shouldn't be pressing it that much that those ripples actually made the CPU usage go up. Wait, that was a bad idea. Impatience is a slow and insidious killer. I mean a fast killer. Little bro's small cameo in the stream. Yep, he usually comes in and yells during the Kingdom Hearts streams, but now he's just there for a little bit. Hey, it's you. You did a good job. You did good, kid. Don't let your guard down, though. Never know when those monsters might attack again. You're pretty talented with that strange sword. Maybe you could teach me a few tricks. Probably not. You're not magic. Good job, kiddo. Now that you've taken care of things around here, why not deliver those gummy blocks? Oh, but of course. The gummy blocks. Young Hercules. More like Jercules. Certainly, he keeps filling up my inventory and making me have to delete him. Multiple times. Well, thanks for all the parts. We just need a few more to finish fixing the ship. It never ends. Keep them coming. They already did it! Okay, whatever. It's just us here. Everyone else went in search for more gummy blocks. And they found absolutely none. Sure could use more blocks. Why doesn't my character just wait around here? Is it these heartless with blocks in them seem to just show up over time? Like, every time I leave and come back, there's more of them. I think it would be more convenient to just wait. Sorry. Hand slipped again. Well, that was fast. Fast is a relative term. That was supposed to be 30 missions later. I cut it down to like 15. Or however long that was, but it still was supposed to have been an egregious amount of grinding time. I'm mitigating things here. Hopefully I don't run out of AP before I'm done with this. Wait, how much have I used up just doing all this? Okay, 1 second. Oh, I've been using up none. That's good. So I can just continue the story unabated. Completely. Couldn't have picked a better time, apparently. Like, they're just letting you do everything for free. Probably so people can catch up. They are very far along. I honestly don't know what the AP system is at this point anymore. Like, why do they still have it? But they do. At least we can use our... my little brother's, what's it called, thing as a bookmark for when I lose my place, inevitably. It shows how far I've gotten. Two-hit KO! Guess Chip and Dale cheated at the converting it into a spaceship somehow. Maybe they secretly called it Gadget. Perhaps. Or they just have the manual. I'm sure Dalton and Goofy wouldn't have been smart enough to check the, what's it called? Remains of the glove compartment. But Chip and Dale definitely would. That is for sure. Complete in 3 turns. Oh, apparently I didn't do that. So I got a little bit of extra coinage. Return with all the necessary blocks. They are finally out of here! Ta-da. BRB. Better check the engine. It's this button. Right? Donald, no! Huh? They hit the self-destruct. You need to collect more blocks. What's happening? The ship's gonna fall apart if we don't take off. Now. But what about the king? Showed up conveniently at the right time. Come on, it's time to go home to our world. Their planet needs them. And so does mine. They were a friendly, noisy bunch, weren't they? And their arc is finally over. So he's the king. Oh, yes! It's finally complete! That's the thumbnail. Now I can open up shop in every corner of the world, Kupo. Now for a test drive. How do you board this thing? Back to the drawing board, Kupo. The king and his friends went home to their world. Why not take a journey of your own? Yes, disembodied voice, I will be doing that. Probably should get some water. In fact, I will. BRB. Just gotta make sure that my phone stays open, and there we go. With a touch. Sorry about that. Got some water. Just going to poke the screen one more time so it stays open and chug. There we go. Good as new. Defeat all enemies in one turn. I can do that. I've been doing that. I'm not gonna stop doing that. If I were looking for a white rabbit, I'd look over there. Today's one of his particularly twitchy days. Cheshire Cat just broke the fourth wall. He knows he's on Twitch. Oh, my fur and whiskers. The numbers of my watch have disappeared. How will I tell the time? How will I know if I'm late? If only I hadn't tripped and fallen into that puddle. Oh, my poor watch. The White Rabbit seems to be in quite a predicament. Perhaps I can help. Protect Alice from the Heartless while she searches for the missing numbers. She's looking for a concept. The concept of time. The Heartless have stolen photographs before. I mean, the Nobody stole photographs before. The Heartless one-upped them by stealing the concept of time. Far in the past. When is the White Rabbit ever not late? That would be never ever. His watch is, what's it called? 2 days slow. Now, where could those numbers be? No, 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 no! I'm in trouble! What shall I do? He's wearing an entirely different outfit, I think. Okay, gotta make sure to get everything on this one, especially because apparently I didn't finish all the goals. Don't really know why that's so important. I pretty much have all the clothes in the game, but it doesn't hurt to have all the points. I guess. Although I'd rather have Mithril. I've run a little bit low on that. How did I not defeat all the enemies in one turn? I literally went... It got all the ones on screen. Okay, whatever. It wasn't Mithril. It was not worth it. There, that's all of them. It's fixed! It's fixed! My watch is fixed! No, 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 no! I'm overdue! I'm really in a stew! I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! Wait, please, Mr. Rabbit. Search the area for Heartless. Already concluded the business here, but might as well. It's getting a bit tedious. I'm going to ask the doorknob if he's seen him. Doorknob. Oh wait, sorry. I said his name. The White Rabbit. He hasn't come by, but you're free to search the room if you'd like. He's not here, but look for him anyway. Could be fun. We'll get absolutely nothing done, but... At least it buys time for the developers to create more story. Hello, Corpse Candy Doll. Whoever you are. You have been noticed. Anyway, back to killing Heartless. There we go. This is the problem with having done the entire game and then going back so many months later to finally stream it, because it all of a sudden became possible and you played through the entire game not thinking it would ever be possible. Well. Also, hello, Twisted Dincubus. You've also been noticed, whoever you are. With your Mickey emote. He's not here. I can show you where he is, but... I can show you where he lives. You feel me on that? Yes, thank you. I see now. I must have taken a wrong turn at the fork. Oh my lord, having to go back. Yes, yes indeed. Must have taken a wrong turn at the fork. Better make sure to take the right path this time. Head to the White Rabbit's house with Alex. Thank goodness I'm only doing the plot. Whatever I said. I'm at max level. Probably should be doing proud mode, but if I did, I would lose my place at this point. Not like the raid bosses won't do that again eventually, but I'd be even more lost. There's a lot to sift through. Like a long turn at the Alubercule. Not entirely sure what that is. But okay, I believe you. Alrighty. More plot come. Oh, thank goodness it filled out. I need more closed metals, obviously. Getting to max level. Help, help. How am I to get inside my house with this giant monster in the way? It's a saying? Never heard about it. Must be a what's it called? Oh, Albuquerque! Sorry, I didn't pronounce that right. I wasn't looking. There's a little filter to the... Ollie... to only show the ones that you didn't complete completely. You got yours on to help show them raid bosses. Made you lose your place too much too. Did they come out with quests yet? Yes, they did recently. Current total is 735. Mr. Dono Gaming 97. You have also been noticed. Hello. The monster is gone. Oh, but so is the time. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. Only 5. Yeah, pretty much. But a massive 20-minute plot dump at the end. Wait, Mr. Rabbit. He's been in there an awfully long time. He should be coming out any minute, and I'll wait right here until he does. Someone's calling out from deep within the woods. Find out who it is. Mysterious disembodied voices. Never steered us wrong before. Why not continue to listen to it? How do I keep beating all the Heartless and it's not actually registering? It's a bit of an issue. Unless there's secret ones I'm missing. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm being thorough. And I was correct a few times. Yep, there again. I knew it. I suspected it. There you are. I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Would you mind meeting me in Daybreak Town? Okay, apparently Krithy can echo her voice from across entire worlds. Forgot that little tidbit. Apparently. I'm literally just taking the... Oh. The world was pure darkness. A little bit of Krithy exposition. But I was born into the radiant world, enveloped in a brilliant light. Finally, plot relating to actual plot. It only took 95 levels. From within that light, my master gazed upon me and smiled. Find Krithy in Daybreak Town. There's something important he wants to tell you. Oh, apparently Krithy is a he. Of course, that's translated. Like, going back, you see a bunch of things that you missed. Just a bunch of things that you'd think are throwaway dialogue that aren't actually important, but give a little bit of flavor. Is Krithy a Final Fantasy character or an original character? Yes, Krithy is a Dream Eater. It's a OC. Original character do not steal of, what's it called? Kingdom Hearts. Currently working on a book called The Key of Hearts. Ooh, fanfiction. Sounds great. But yeah, the Moogles are not, what's it called? Are Final Fantasy characters. So far, the only Final Fantasy characters that have showed up in this game. At the point that we're at the moment. Or just the Moogle. Like the one on my head, for example. Oh, apparently there was no cutscene at the end of that. It's weird waiting for the end. Hello. Oh, hello, Deku Pikachu. You have been noticed. Wait, I've seen you before. Hey, Wisp. Oh, you're friends with Wisp. I remember now. Hello, welcome. Looks like you're getting the hang of that thing. It's almost as if I've mastered it. I completely maxed it out. Yep, you kind of look the part too. I have not changed my outfit this entire playthrough. It's time that you learn how this all came to be. Time for a massive plot dump. Before he disappeared, the one who made me bestowed names on his 6 apprentices and passed down the Book of Prophecies to 5 who came to be known as the Foretellers. The 5 read the manuscript, and they were shocked by the final entry. It's non-fiction, not fan-fiction though. Different plot and everything. Oh, that sounds interesting. The fated land will be the battleground. Oh boy, plot dump. Yes, indeed. For a great war, light will see defeat and expire, while darkness prevails evermore. They decided to draw on the powers of the book to prevent that from happening. The metals you're using are one of those powers. They harness unimaginable forces from the future to protect the light and keep the world safe from the inevitable darkness. As for the Foretellers, you should know that they share the same goal, but they don't follow the same path. It said, don't lose sight of your... It's okay. Don't lose sight of it. Sounds cool, wish you luck. Yes, I wish him luck as well. Defeat the Heartless in the area together, Lux. I really gotta stop reading the chat directed at other chat members. It's rare that it's not nothing's directed at me though. It sneaks up on you. It's just how it is. Half expected to see another Gummy Heartless at the end of this. Don't lose your way. This entire stream has been a giant plot dump if you think about it. I'm just doing the plot. Thanks. You could use some help though. I'm not too good at writing stories. I might not be able to help too much. Might be an unpopular opinion, but you really don't like the idea of this game possibly being part of the Kingdom Hearts canon. The plot is a confused mess as is. Oh, it's definitely part of it already. It's been apart for almost a year now. Don't lose the way. Fourth, you got a Knuckles reference. Even though this one didn't come from the game itself. This is definitely all canon, take notes. This will be on the test later. And I've lost my place once again. Whoops. So, the button that I need to press is... what's it called? Chat with Chrissy. Where's Chrissy Part 2? There it is, Lux Collection. So the right button is way too close to the, what's it called button? The exit the game button. Well, you only know some things about the plot thanks to me and Shield of Roses. So no opinion, you suppose. Okay, whoops. I'll just press the button. I wasn't paying attention. Kingdom Hearts 3 will reference Unchained Key. A lot. Yes, indeed it will. Even though Nomura said it will not require the supplementary material. Everyone will be confused. Test, oh boy. I think you're gonna flunk. Don't worry, everyone is going to flunk. It is the, what's it called? Whatever the unwinnable test is in Star Trek, the Maru, or whatever it is. Someone help me, any Trekkies in the audience. If not, I'll just try my best to remember later. I have a teeny tiny favor. Your comprehension of the plot died around the final world in that game. When the boss kicked your butt and you just wanted to finish. You know what the Dark Ball Heartless look like, don't you? I need you to get rid of them for me, please. Yes, I know what a dark ball looks like. It looks like a ball of dark. The Dwarven Woodlands over the world of the Dark Ball Heartless. Gonna drive them into extinction, or at least attempt to. Gonna be spending a lot of time with the dwarves. This is gonna bug me for the rest of the stream. So it's consistent throughout all the Star Trek movies. It's the test that Spock administers. It's just gonna be in the back of my head. How am I ever going to find the others? With all these pests flying around. And these, what are these things? They're balls of darkness. By that game, you mean Dream Drop Distance, particularly Riku's half. Just, Oh, I definitely know your pain. Boss fight within after boss fight, after boss fight, after boss fight. How many final bosses does that game have? Like, 4 or 5? It's ridiculous. It kicked my butt, too. I almost gave up. Thank goodness I didn't. Biggest plot twist would be the Dark Ball being a cube or a rectangle or something. Yes, it just being a Kikoho. That would be great. Oh, thank goodness it actually counted that this time. Kobayashi Maru. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey you, I saw a passel of pest over by the marsh. Ain't you gonna do something about him? Still no Mithril. Ooh, Hades. Haven't seen that one in a while. There are hundreds of medals in this game at this point. A lot of them you're gonna miss out on. That's just how this game is. There are more medals at this point than possible slots. Riku had 5 bosses, Sora had 1. 4 out of 5 of Riku's bosses suck. Ironically, you had the easiest time with the last boss. So did I. Ventus is no problem whatsoever. You find Ava extremely hot. Yes, Ava definitely best foreteller. The leader of Vulpus certainly is a fox. I can tell you that. I don't know how, but they found their way inside the mine. They want the mithril. Indeed. Yes. Ventus was easy because the flow motion breaks the game. Yes, basically it is. Press... what would the buttons be? Circle, triangle, and then... No, wait, it's not press... It's press circle, square, and then X to win, instead of just triangle like Kingdom Hearts 2. A little bit more convoluted, but it's still broken. So is Balloon Ra, which I ended up using. Guess I wanted to give the player some slack after going through that hell of a boss rush. Yep, pretty much. There'd been enough Xehanort for one game. They might as well hand it off to someone that's kind of not Xehanort. Maybe. He has an X. Lots of X's. And belts. So, probably. You love Master Xehanort as the character he's your favorite you gave into the darkness. Yes, he is. He grew up to be quite the handsome individual. And he was some of the best performances Spock, aka Leonard Nimoy, did in his entire life. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. They're everywhere. Leave no stone unturned. To be honest, Dream Drop Distance bosses were mostly lackluster also. No Frollo boss, 0 out of 10. Yes, Frollo just fell off the building. So, the Gargoyle was an alright boss, but Frollo would have been better. No Frollo, no Golo. Glad that is, what's it called? 100% agreed upon. Just throw out the chat. For a second, what's it called? Thought Ava was best waifu, but no, it was definitely Frollo. Had to remember. Who could have forgotten him? Certainly not us. Thanks a bunch. You knew you were. I knew you were the one for the job. I wonder where they came from. Wonderland's been infested too. We had Clayton with a Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 1. Why didn't they do something similar in DDD? Would have been fine with that. Yes, definitely. Even though he probably would have just had a sword. I'll need you to take care of them. I hope you're up for the task. You know what would have been cathartic? If he had fallen off the building clutching the Wargoyle. Like in the movie. Like, that would have been way better than what happened. Visit Wonderland and rid the world of the Dark Ball Heartless. Wait, Clayton had a Heartless? Cool. Yes, he had a stealth... what's it called? Shadow Sneak. Or whatever they were called. The chameleon Heartless he had. Why do I keep having to fight the same boss that I fought after fighting them? You had a dream about Ava. About not safe for work, Ava. That's certainly interesting. But what did happen in Sora's side? Yep, Sora had more of the closer to what happened in the movies at the end of the worlds. Stealth Sneak, that's Clayton's Heartless. Thank you. I know it was something to do with sneaking. Mess it up with the move from Pokemon. Okay, where was I? I should really start remembering where these were. Okay, not in the mine. Yep, there we go, Wonderland. Found my place once again. Hopefully I'm good on battery on my phone. Like, jeez. How long have I been going? 2 hours. Shudder thinking about it. You're just a nerd and you remember these things. I usually remember those sort of things too, but there's so many Heartless at this point, it's hard to remember all of them. Stealth Seat looks pretty interesting. Seems its design changed for Final Mix. Yeah, pretty much everything's design changed for Final Mix. Especially Kingdom Hearts 1, they changed all the colors and everything. Oop. Actually, I didn't entirely like that touch. I preferred the colors better. Like, purple is my favorite color, and everything being purple was great. Even though Stealth Sneak specifically was, what's it called? Green. And sometimes black. Good job, kiddo. Is it my imagination, or are those Heartless from another world? But we can talk about that later, no time for chit-chat. They've been spotted in Agrabah. Why does Krithy hate the Dark Ball Heartless specifically? Absolutely no idea. But not opposed to the killing spree. At least it gets us further, closer to the plot. Like, this is going way more smoothly than the Donald and Goofy Gummy Block arc. It's only taken like 20 minutes. The Gummy Block collecting took like an hour. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you feel like the Hunchback world missed some potential. Tron Legacy world stunk. Pinocchio world was okay. Three Musketeer world was meh. Fantasia world was cool. And the final world was just eh. The final world was a world that we've already seen before. Like, the world that never was. It was good to see it again, but you're almost there, I can feel it. At least all the worlds were new. That's what DDD did right. Well, almost all the worlds, I should say. Musketeer's World Battle theme was pretty cool. It reminded me of the Mario and Luigi's music. Yeah, it was pretty good. Can't deny that. Yokishi Yamura, she's always amazing at composition. Thanks a million. I don't know who could have seen this coming except For maybe, well, that doesn't matter now. Who's ready for a trip back to Daybreak Town? Sorry, no more plot, but we're going to Dairy Queen! Hashtag not sponsored. There was Traverse Town, that was fine. Neat to see the world ends with you characters, though you still haven't played the game. Oh, then you should, what's it called? World Ends with You is one of the best Square Enix games ever created. It is definitely my favorite DS game. Highly recommend that, what's it called? Well, actually, not that you get it now. The Switch port that's coming out, I'm going to get that, the final remix. I cannot stress enough that is one of the best games ever. So if you haven't played it, now's the perfect time, almost. I'm going to see what I can find on the Dark Ball Heartless. Be back in a bit, okay? Oh, we're murdering more of them. Make sure that Heartless don't cause trouble while Krithy looks into the situation. You have the DS version right now. If you haven't played it, you might want to... what's it called? Should you still get the Switch version? Depends. Actually, no, it doesn't depend. Apparently, they're adding a ton more content to the Switch version. So, if you haven't played it, you probably should sell it. Oh, the battery is low. I should get my backup battery. 1 second. BRB. Should get the Switch version. Unless you don't care about the little bit of extra content. It's a great game either way. Time to babysit some Heartless, you suppose. Yep. So either way, it's still an amazing game. So you'd have more of it, but if you don't feel like paying full price for a new game, might be waiting on the Switch for now, so you'll hang on to your DS copy. Okay. Battery's dying, Squirtle. Yes. And Daybreak Town is daybreaking the stream. Like, everything is lagging all of a sudden. Okay, the backup battery should buy us a little bit more time. You want Daybreak Town and Kingdom Hearts 3. Might be good, but I'm pretty sure it was swallowed by the darkness. At the end. What's supposed to be the end of this? Never to be put in the realm of light ever again. Nintendo Switch might get the game as well. Why not? Always wanted to check it out. The series anyway. Series? It's just a single game. What's it called? World End with You was a one-hit wonder masterpiece. There's literally ever only one. And there probably will never be another one. It says it tells a story and says all that it has to in the frame of that story. And ties it up together in a nice little bow with a skull on it. Dancing Penguin, almost forgot about that. Someone followed? Oh, I didn't notice. Thank you, whoever you were. If you're in chat, please let me know. As I am selling these things. So I can continue the plot. Deku Pikachu. Oh, you did it. Yay. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see that. I was looking at my second screen. Oh, you thought I was talking about a Kingdom Hearts DS game, not The World Ends With You. No, I'm not. I was talking exclusively about The World Ends With You. I cannot stress enough how amazing that game is. No problem. Remind me to follow you later. You seem like a nice enough person. But first, more Dark Ball genocide must occur. It's just something that has to be done. Killing time, that's literally the name of the mission. Oh my lord. About time. I looked into a little situation. You remember the Dark Ball Heartless? Well, it's not it's just as I thought. They came from another world. That means there's another world out there that's been invaded by darkness. But you can deal with them, right? Easy as pie. Pizza cake. That's the spirit. A new world means the power of a new Keyblade, which is exciting, right? Don't speak of 358 over 2 days or recoded. Really, you can only imagine why. Does one of them involve eating ice cream and talking about plot, though? Yes. Let's eat some ice cream. We are best friends. You are right. Ha 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 ha. Let's eat some ice cream. We are best friends. You are right. Ha 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 ha. I am new. Let's eat some ice cream. We are best friends. You are right. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's that game. Things will definitely be getting rough, so you'll need all the help you can get. Ready. Now hold out your Keyblade. And away to the new world. Yes, that's days. Indeed. Still gonna play them anyway. Once I figure out how to. Got pretty much the rest of Kingdom Hearts on my YouTube channel. Might as well get those two as well. The code was just unnecessary, to be honest. It's kind of necessary to set up the, what's it called? The book of... What's it called? The Foretellers book. About time, the entries are gonna close any minute now. And get rid of the thank nominate. Who could have wrote that? Oh... Sounds like the best plot. 15 out of 10. Too much ice cream. You don't know much about Recoded, so take for. It's basically a rehash of 1, but with different mechanics. You're late, Herc. Where have you been? I missed a dialogue. Don't I need a capture card for DS and 3DS games? No, you need modification for DS and 3DS games. Modification that costs like 500 bucks. That's a ways off, but it will happen eventually, maybe. Sorry, Phil. Pegasus wouldn't let me leave. You know how he can be. Wasn't there also a GBA in Kingdom Hearts? I already played Rechain of Memories. That was the remake. I already can cross that one off the list. Who's this? Who knows? Probably just another wannabe contender. Original Chain of Memories. Yeah, but it's not really different from... what's it called? Except for a few lines of dialogue, it's not different from Rechain of Memories. So I've already covered that one. Everyone thinks they got what it takes to be a hero. Huh? There's something about this kid, a real strength. Why don't we let our friend here give it a shot? You gotta be joking, this... Pipsqueak, no way, besides. All the spots are full. Oh, well then, I know, I'll give up my spot. You can't be serious. I thought you wanted to be a true hero. And... trust me on this, okay? I have to go now, so I'll need you to take care of things while I'm gone. Fine, fine, go do your thing. I'll look after the kid. There is a boss in Rechain of added in Rechain of Memories, you believe. Second phase of Marluxia that... in that weird nobody scythe thing. Yes, that is indeed correct. Marluxia is a 3-stage final boss fight instead of a 2 like the original. I'll look after the kid. They were going to add Phantom and Kurt Zizza, but they kind of dropped that. Thanks, Phil, I owe you one. You owe me more than one, and you know it. Don't worry, you're in good hands with Phil. Good luck. You never know. With hard work, maybe someday you can be a hero too. Or at least a junior hero. No, that's good as well. You heard him. I'll go ahead and sign you up. Find me when you're ready. Warm up for the tournament by defeating the Heartless. Warm up for a Heartless defeating tournament by defeating Heartless. Sounds fun. Totally not a waste of time. Oh, the lag from... Olympus, why? Oh, my, what's it called? My phone, it's got a message. My phone got a message. That's what it was. So my brother is actively affecting the stream right now. I got a text message from my brother and that made the stream hit the shitter. Get ready, kid. They won't go easy on you just because you're a rookie. Might have to wrap it up soon anyway. The backup battery doesn't have a lot of charge in it from using it the entire stream. So I don't know how much further I can go. I'm gonna try to go as far as I can, though. Ready, kid? The preliminary round's about to start. Let's see what you got. Actually, I have to do most of the tournament because of the tiny little cutscenes. No, Sephiroth. I wanted to select the medal, I didn't want to add it. Sorry about that. Sorry about all that. It's all better. It's all good now. Got a middle of a second of a glimpse of what's it called. Since my brother is trying to rudely destroy the stream now, apparently. brief glimpse of why I turn off my... One of the reasons why I turn off my phone during the stream. Not bad, but it ain't over yet. I read it in that middle of a sentence, it said, wrap it up. Like, it was... malicious. Unfortunately. So, little brother did make an appearance briefly. If not to try and ruin everything. And now I have extra special gauge for some reason. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Just gotta get over it. Deep breaths. Nice work. Next one moves quick, so don't even think about blinking. I tend not to blink that much while streaming anyway. I don't know why. I try not to miss things, I guess that's why. Or maybe I do blink a lot and I just don't notice it. Usually I see myself blink. Why would a Wibble Wobble be quick? Exactly. Oh, I get it. Speed attribute. That's good pun. Funny. Good joke. Oh, actually, there's supposed to be special attacks there. Okay, whatever, at least one of the objectives was filled. You're almost there, kid. The next guy packs a real punch. He'll knock you flat in 2 seconds if you're not careful. I believe it's Clinton that's up next. Nope. It's an ogre. It's definitely not an ogre yet. Certainly close to it, though. Win this and you're in. Focus. Oh yeah, the tournament with Cloud in it is at a later date. Got it. Can't wait to look back at the archive, actually, of this one. Like, usually I don't look forward to it, but I want to see how this one turns out. Like, the quality is ever so slightly different. For whatever reason, that's interesting to me. You passed the preliminary round. Good job, kid. I knew you had it in you from the moment I laid eyes on you. What? That's not how you remember it. Maybe you took one too many blows to the head. Anyway, rest up. The tournament's not for a while. I'll let you know when it's time. Congratulations on making it into the tournament. But there's no time to celebrate. There's trouble brewing in another world. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's go. Have to throw in a Mario reference, just because this is a video game. It's obligatory. How much further do we have to go into anything? Real interesting happens. 200. Okay. Let's get into what's it called. It's getting into almost 3 hours. I might just cut it just because the battery is almost dead anyway. But I will at least finish one more world. Or at least try to. Hey, you haven't seen a scoundrel named Aladdin, have you? Rumor has it he broke into a merchant's house and stole 5 golden medals. That little thief is nothing but a street rat. He must be hiding around here somewhere. If you see him, you tell one of us guards. Got it? Good. These guys remind me of the Oblivion guards so much. Aladdin is a good guy, isn't he? Search the city for Aladdin. No, he is not. But we're finding him and helping him anyway. Because plot. Street rat, where is he? Need more water. 1 second. Here we go. Throat dried out. Good now. Was bad for a second, but am good now. Whoops, I accidentally set it to auto and I got water on the screen. And the screen is on ultra sensitive mode. Okay, so I'm just gonna ever so slightly tilt to the right for the rest of the stream. That's great. Fine and dandy, tilt. Actually, how many more do we got to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, yeah, that's fine. At least it's not 20. I bet that sneaky thief ran off into the desert, but he won't get away so easily. I'm going after him. These guards realize how dangerous it is, right? With literally everything infested by Heartless. You'd think you would. Apparently not. Again, I missed all the enemies. I did all of them that were laid out in front of me. So getting tired, especially on the end of it, is not helping. He wasn't out there. I better report back. Nothing to report. He looks so sad. And I'm about to lose my place again! 134, I remember. I'm just gonna remember the number now. Or at least try my best to. Yes? No. I know, but physically got... Stop, 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 like he usually gets. This time I finally realize I'm using my phone, though. Okay, I just got a little bit more anyway. Just gonna continue. It'll be perfectly fine. Sorry for that loud, audible sigh. It's just, what's it called? Little brother behaving like this isn't exactly appreciated. So usually it's easy enough to ignore, but he's gotten really pushy tonight for some reason. I'm sure most of the people in the audience could attest to that. Their little brother being like that sometimes, but it's just... What are you gonna do? Like... He certainly turned off the enthusiasm. When that happens, it's usually not that good to continue streaming anyway. Just a little bit more, please. Shh, quiet. The guards are looking for me. They think I stole some lousy medals. But I didn't do it, I swear. He said that with the most apathetic look on his face. You gotta help me track down who did it so I can clear my name. It's not like his name would be clear either way. This isn't the first thing that he's done. Even though he didn't do it this time. I left the guard station to look for Aladdin. But when I got back, it was full of monsters. This poor man. Help me take care of them, will ya? Certainly getting a lot more screen time than any other video game he's ever appeared in. Though. So, don't feel too bad about him. I don't. The words are starting to skew. I didn't do it! Also back. Welcome back. Almost at the end, though. My backup battery has run out, and little brother keeps interrupting, and is being very pushy about it this time for whatever reason. How do I explain it to you, too? Okay. Nice work. The others are still looking for Aladdin, but I'll stay here and watch. We'll at least resolve this semi-pointless plot thread before the night is done. Or bust. Why wouldn't it let me press the begin button? Okay, finally, Mithril. All I have to do is equip a certain Keyblade. There, good. Guess you made it back almost in time. Yes, you did. Almost in time for the end of the arc. Even though the Clear Aladdin's Name arc is a filler arc, it is an arc nonetheless. If I was able to know exactly which ones were filler arcs, I would avoid them. But we're getting the whole thing at the moment. I'm too lazy to write a list or anything like that. The whole thing is good anyway. Like, a lot of people give up at this game. Even though I haven't, for whatever reason. Finally, a little smidgen of Mithril. Looks like that monster dropped something. Hey, this is one of the stolen medals. I told you it wasn't me. Let's see, 5 were taken right, 1 down, 4 to go. So apathetic. That one expression. Really, you'll help me find the rest? Oh yeah, 1. Okay. I'll go this way. You go some other way. Roundabout. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Had to throw in at least one more SpongeBob reference. Even though it was a really early one. Oh, here it comes. I felt a message. No, don't look at Isa, pick Isa. Oh wait, that's the 11 o'clock Kingdom Hearts message, never mind. Something's probably gonna end or other. It's fine. It's some deal. Found a medal over there. And by over there, I mean inside of a Heartless I need to kill. You know what's really weird that I've noticed doing this playthrough? That Emblem Heartless, for some reason, they don't have a releasing heart animation like they do in all the other games. They just have the same animation as the Shadows for Dying, but I guess this is a mobile game. They have to worry about other things that would probably cause unnecessary performance issues for an unnecessarily understood concept, I guess. Yeah, you know. Recovered a golden medal. Great, you found one. With my 2, that makes 4. We need one more, but something tells me it won't be easy. Aladdin loses hope very quickly. Guess they lost their hearts for this game. Yes, apparently. Word on the street is that the last thief ran off into the desert. Want to join me for a little bit of adventure? I'm walking off to the desert. Once more. Whew. And there it goes. Ah, found you. Don't you know stealing's against the law? Funny hearing Aladdin say that. I guess he only cares about it when he's getting framed for it, rather than when he's committing the crime. Weird how that logic works. Or lack thereof. Invisible is definitely worth that. You want to make sure those go down. Oh, wait a minute, I would take this, like, 1 point of damage. What am I thinking? So, my medals are too strong for them. Please don't make me have to empty my inventory. This is the last level for the night. Recovered all the golden medals. That's all of them, thanks to you. That was pretty easy. Say, can you do me one last favor? The guards still think I'm behind this, so I can't just walk into town with the medals. Think you can return them for me? Thanks again for everything. At least he's grateful. Yep, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. What are you gonna do? Still never fully upgraded a Pence medal, I don't know why. Almost threw it out. Iron Giant, sure, fine. A boss. Ending the stream on a boss is it's a good thing, always a good thing. How many favors do you want, Aladdin? He wants all of the favors. I can see the city from here. Come on, we gotta hurry. Just gonna use one special attack. Oh, he actually survived it. Bosses are getting tougher, ever so slightly. Well, that's the end of that anyway. Oh, 2 pence, since I mentioned him. The medals. Where did you find them? What, Aladdin wasn't the thief? They were stolen by monsters. Alright, I'll get the medals back to the merchant. I might not have been the street rat this time, but I still don't trust him. Yeah, seriously. What's that saying? All's well that ends well? Well, actually, it's the status quo is God. Ready for another adventure. Like, literally, that just put the status quo back to normal. And the status quo wasn't even disrupted by that, really. Anyway, good night.